Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between lush green mountains and silver streams, there lived a wise Zen master named Leon. His home was a modest wooden temple perched at the edge of a bamboo grove. When the wind blew, the tall bamboo would sway and hum softly, as if whispering secrets of the universe to anyone willing to listen. People from distant lands traveled for days, crossing rivers, valleys, and winding paths to seek Master Leon's wisdom. He was known not for grand speeches or miraculous feats, but for his ability to help others see truth within themselves. His words were simple, but they carried the weight of mountains. One morning, as the golden sun rose over the misty peaks, a young man named Ethan arrived at the temple. His clothes were dusty from travel, his face marked with fatigue, but his eyes shone with determination. Ethan was ambitious, eager to carve his name into the world. Yet despite his efforts, success always seemed to slip through his fingers like sand. Bowing deeply before the master, Ethan said, "Master Leon, I am determined to achieve success in my life, but it seems that there are invisible obstacles holding me back. Every time I try to move forward, something stops me. Can you enlighten me on what these obstacles are?" Master Leon looked at the young man for a long, silent moment. His gaze was calm, like still water reflecting the sky. Then he smiled gently and said, "Certainly, my dear friend, success is indeed a worthy pursuit, yet it often eludes those who are not mindful of their three greatest enemies." Ethan's eyebrows furrowed. "Enemies?" he repeated. "But I have no enemies, Master. I live peacefully with all." Master Leon chuckled softly. "These enemies are not external, Ethan. They do not walk the earth, nor do they live in other hearts. They reside within you. They are subtle, persistent, and if you do not recognize them, they will quietly rule your life." Ethan leaned forward, intrigued. "Please, Master, tell me who these enemies are." Master Leon rose and gestured for Ethan to follow him into the garden. The morning air was cool and fragrant with the scent of jasmine. Birds chirped softly among the trees as they walked along a stone path. Finally, the master stopped beside a small pond. The surface of the water was perfectly still, reflecting the sky like a mirror. Master Leon pointed at the reflection and said, "Look there, Ethan. What do you see?" "My reflection, Master," Ethan replied. "Indeed," said Leon. "Now watch what happens when I do this." He picked up a small pebble and dropped it into the pond. Ripples spread outward, distorting the reflection into a blur of motion. "You see," the master continued, "the reflection is still there, but you can no longer see it clearly. The ripples are like the disturbances within your own mind. They come from the three enemies I speak of." Ethan stared at the water, watching the ripples slowly fade. "And what are these enemies, Master?" he asked. "The first enemy," said Master Leon, "is doubt." "Doubt," the master explained, "is like a heavy cloud that blocks the sun of your potential. It whispers in your ear, telling you that you are not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough to achieve your dreams." He picked a leaf from the pond and held it between his fingers. A leaf may doubt that it can float across the water because it fears sinking. Yet the truth is, it was made to float. Likewise, every human being carries within them the ability to rise, to move, to shine. But when doubt takes root, it paralyzes the mind. Ethan looked down, feeling the weight of the words. He remembered the many times he had abandoned his efforts midway, thinking he wasn't ready or capable. "How can I overcome doubt, Master?" he asked. "To conquer doubt," Master Leon said, "you must cultivate faith. Not faith in luck or circumstance, but faith in yourself. Believe that every small effort you make has meaning. Trust that the path will reveal itself as you walk it." He smiled softly. "The seed does not doubt the spring. It simply grows. You must be like that seed. Ethan nodded, his heart touched by the metaphor. I understand, Master. And what is the second enemy? The second enemy, said Master Leon, is fear. He motioned toward the bamboo grove. Fear is a formidable opponent, one that paralyzes your actions and keeps you trapped within the comfort of the known. It tells you that stepping beyond what is familiar will only bring pain, failure, or humiliation. He picked a fallen bamboo leaf. Do you know why bamboo is strong yet flexible, Ethan? He shook his head. Because it bends when the wind blows, he explained. If it resisted, it would break. Fear is like that wind. It will come. It will shake you. But if you face it instead of resisting it, you will grow stronger. Ethan thought of all the times fear had stopped him. The fear of failing, the fear of being judged, the fear of not being enough. He realized how often he had chosen safety over growth, but Master, fear feels so real. How do I face something so powerful? By stepping through it, said Master Leon. Do not wait for fear to disappear before you act. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. Every time you confront your fear, it loses its power. He looked at Ethan with kind eyes. Remember this. Fear will visit you often, but you do not have to offer it tea. Simply bow to it, thank it for reminding you of your courage, and continue walking. Ethan smiled, feeling a flicker of confidence return. And the third enemy, Master? The third enemy, said Master Leon, is attachment. He led Ethan toward a large tree at the edge of the garden. Its branches stretched wide, heavy with blossoms. Attachment, he said, is like chains that bind you to the past or to desires of the future. It makes you cling to things, people, and outcomes, believing they define your worth. But everything in this world is temporary. Relationships, possessions, even success. He plucked one blossom and held it out to Ethan. This flower is beautiful today, but in a few days it will wither and fall. If you try to hold on to it forever, you will only cause yourself pain. Ethan took the flower gently, realizing how often he had been imprisoned by his own attachments, his desire for recognition, his fear of losing what he loved, his obsession with outcomes. How do I let go, Master? He asked softly. By understanding that nothing in life truly belongs to you, said Leon. You are a traveler passing through time. The more you cling, the heavier your journey becomes. But when you learn to let go, you become light, free, and open to the beauty of each moment. He placed a hand on Ethan's shoulder. Attachment blinds you to the present. Letting go opens your eyes. Ethan bowed deeply, gratitude filling his heart. Master, your words have opened my eyes. Doubt, fear, and attachment, they have lived within me all along, whispering lies and shaping my choices. But now I see them clearly, Master Leon smiled. Awareness is the first step towards freedom. Once you see your enemies, they lose their power. Ethan spent the night at the temple, meditating beside the pond. Under the moonlight, he reflected on the Master's words. He realized that success was not merely about wealth or fame. It was about harmony, peace, and mastery over oneself. The next morning, as dawn painted the sky with gold, Ethan stood at the temple gate, ready to continue his journey. Master Leon handed him a small stone. He said, "Take this with you. Whenever doubt, fear, or attachment arise, hold this stone and remember the stillness of the pond. Let your heart be calm like water. Only in stillness can you see clearly." Ethan bowed one last time and set off down the mountain. The path ahead was uncertain, but his spirit felt light. With faith in himself, the courage to face his fears, and the wisdom to let go of attachments, he walked forward, not chasing success, but embodying it. Success is not conquered in the outer world, but in the inner one. The three greatest enemies, doubt, fear, and attachment, are not forces outside us, but battles within our hearts. To achieve true success, we must have faith in ourselves, even when the path is unclear. Face our fears with courage, knowing growth lies just beyond them. Let go of attachments to the past and expectations of the future, and live fully in the present moment. When we conquer these inner enemies, we unlock our true potential. Success then ceases to be a destination. It becomes a natural state of being. And like Ethan, we discover that the greatest victory is not over the world, but over ourselves.